Welcome back, everyone, to the Skills Office Career Space sessions. We're very happy to have each and every one of you joining us. So, I'm just gonna give ourselves 30 seconds and see what we can, if we can get everyone in the room or those who can get into the room. Yeah. Great. So I can see some people have already started joining us. Thank you so much for being on time. My name is Lydia, and I work here at RDB under the Skills Office. It's a real pleasure to be here with you today, and we are here with yet another interesting topic, Hanga PitchFest. And if you're a young entrepreneur, if you're a student, if you're someone inventing and trying to disrupt the tech ecosystem, I think this is a conversation for you or even your friends. So we're very, very excited to have this conversation. And today I'm not alone, as always. We have two guests. I have Norbert with me, as always. Hey, Norbert.
Hello, Lydia. How are you doing? Good
Doing
to be
great.
back. This time we've changed the background, but it's good to always be back. And to our audience, always good to have you. You're the reason why we always here. You're the reason why we do these sessions. And as Lydia just said, we're doing Hunger Pitch today. If you don't know what Hunger Pitch is, you're in for a good session. Thank you. Back to you, Lydia.
Absolutely. Thanks, Norbert. We have Antoine. Antoine is joining us from the Ministry of ICT. Antoine, please greet the
Yeah.
audience.
Yes. Thank you, everyone who is listening to us. And yeah, my name is Antoine, as Lydia has mentioned, and I work for the Ministry of ICT. And I'll be happy to be with you and be part of this conversation. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Antoine. And we also have a very special guest, Norman. Norman, say greetings to our people. I think you're still on mute.
Hey everyone, my name is Norman, and here to share with you about the opportunities with Hanga Pitch, and then looking forward to sharing with you and learning from you.
Absolutely. Today we have a full house. So our screens are full, our hearts are full, our minds are empty, open to receive what these young gentlemen have for us here. So it's an absolute pleasure. People who are joining us from LinkedIn, it's always a pleasure to see you, to check in your comments. And we're just going to dive into the session. And I'm going to first call on Antoine to walk us through what is Hanga Pitch Fest. What is it? So that our audience is at par.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Lydia, for this. Of course, invitation you have given to us to explain about what is the Hunger Pitch Fest, how it started, and every other details related to that. So, basically, Hunger Pitch Fest is a kind of competition which is being organized by the Ministry of ICT and Innovation, and with the help of course, Rwanda Development Board. We actually started to think about Hunger Pitch Fest last year, and we implemented the first phase at the end of last year. And now this is the second edition of Hanga Pitch Fest. And of course, this pitch competition for startups, it aims to provide the unique platform that showcase the tech entrepreneurs here in Kigali and Rwanda generally. And we are basically promoting the use of technology and innovations in the Rwandan market. So again, the Hanga Pitch Fest, what it does, it provide again another big opportunity to match the selected startups to potential investors, such as the angel investors, venture capital investors, and even we try to network this company with the startup companies with high technology company founders and even the private sector business leaders. So basically, at a high level, that's what is Hanga Pitch Fest and their objectives and what we are trying to, to bring out from the innovation here, in the country. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Antoine. I think that's a brief just description of what it is.
Yeah.
Can you tell the people what the application process actually is? How do they apply? How do they get into this Hunger Pitch Fest?
Yeah, yes. For instance, I will start by giving you a very short highlight of what happened last year. So, because it's kind of similar. Last year, even for this year, we are, organizing the Hunger Pitch Fest, where we start by recruiting the startups across the country. We launched the application, of course, last month, and the deadline is very soon, next Sunday on 17th. And what we call Hanga on the Road is
Sorry,
the
come again. So the deadline is?
17th of October,
So
Sunday.
that's Monday. That's
It's
yeah,
a
Sunday.
Sunday. Yes,
Okay.
yes. We still have maybe 3 days or, yeah, less than that. And we started organizing what we call the Hunger on the Road. Hunger on the Road is a kind of other activities apart from Hunger Pitch Fest, which we are trying to bring the innovations from the district and from the provinces other than from Kigali, and we encourage them to apply to Hanga Pitch Fest. So, for instance, last week we were working with the youth and innovations from the Musanze district and the Ramagana, and currently we are in Rusizi, Huye, and Rubavu, basically, and Nyagatare as the secondary cities. So this is the first step where we go and encourage these startups to apply for Hanga Pitch Fest. We help them to finalize and fine tune their pitching ideas, and even we help them to apply. So, and after that, Hanga on the Road, we will be still accepting the applications, and then we start shortlisting the top 45 of Hanga Pitch Fest. We take 1 week to select the great minds and innovations across the country, and then from there we select top 45. And these top 45 companies, they will be able to pitch in front of judges, and after that, we will select the top 25. It will be in the mid of November. And after selecting the top 45, we put them in 2 weeks boot camp. This boot camp will be a very good opportunity for them to provide, a kind of entrepreneurship classes and other skills related.
So sorry. So how long is that boot camp, and what do they do in that boot camp?
Yes, boot camp. We invite the top 25 of this competition, and then we put them into, if I can say, an incubation center, something like that. And then we invite the business entrepreneurs and other supporting organizations to help them, bringing the idea into a kind of a big reality. And we mentor them, and also we'll be providing the entrepreneurship classes. We provide master classes for them, and then we just help them and teach and provide enough skills so that they can grow their businesses. It will be a 2 weeks boot camp, and after that we will be having another pitching session again after the boot camp, where we will select the top 5 of Hanga Pitch Fest. These top 5 Hanga Pitch Fest, they will be able to, to pitch now at the final day of the Hanga Pitch Fest. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. There was actually somebody who just asked a question. I think it's Sam.
Yeah.
He was asking about, is it technology based? Can it be anything, everything, or does it have to be tech oriented?
Yeah, this competition, we are basically supporting the companies, but that can include technology in whatever they are doing. So it's not just a company or a product, but we need to support a company that is using technology in their operations, and even in the development of the product. So we have selected, and we will select again the company that use technology, in everything they do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Sam, if you're happy with that answer, you can always write and let us know. Lydia, you want to go on to the next step?
Sure. And I think maybe to just emphasize what Antoine just said is that it's not completely technology as if it's like magic. If you're doing agriculture, but there is a way, maybe in one of your processes, you incorporate some kind of technology that either adds value or speeds up the process at which you're attaining those. And I think we will hear from Norman how he does it. It can be farming, it can be service led, and there's a way you incorporate in technology. I think there you qualify. So the other question that I would like us to talk about is, so this is a competition. Of course, with competition, there has to be some prize to win. What are some of the prizes that we have this year?
Yeah, all right. Thank you so much. Maybe before I even go to the prizes, I can even, mention what are the criteria, the very basic criteria we are looking for, so that the company can even reach to the, getting prize from Hanga Pitch Fest. First of all, we are looking for the early stage company. Early stage means the one that is being registered in RDB for less than 5 years, right? And then we are looking for a company that has a working prototype, not only the idea, but even having a very good working prototype. And then
Norman, can we elaborate on what a prototype is? Because a lot of we don't know what a prototype is. So when you say prototype, please explain that to us, because it's key.
Yes. We believe that a company that has been already on market, that is being operating, which is the company that has a team and even a working product. For instance, if I'm giving an example, if it is, for instance, the web app development company or software development company, they should have a very good working software. That's an example I'm giving you. And if it is also a hardware company, they must be having this hardware working product that can be even go to the market. Yeah, that is a prototype we are talking about here. And also it has to be tech enabled, as we explained a few minutes ago. And then this company has to be working in Rwanda, regardless of the owner of the company. Maybe it can be owned by maybe a foreign person, or but it has to be based here in Rwanda.
So basically, in layman's terms, registered here with RDB.
Registered with RDB with less than 5 years of time. So, coming back again to the question from Rydia of the prizes. For the Hanga Pitch First, we give the first winner, the top winner of the Hanga Pitch Fest, we give him or her $50,000 cash. And then we give the second person, the second place, $20,000. And then the runner-up number three, we give $15,000. And for the fourth and fifth place, we give $12,500. But apart from that, we also provide in-kind prizes and non-cash prizes, as depending on the sponsor we have, we can provide business development services, and we can have a media coverage, we can have internet provision and access. We can also provide a co-working space. These non-cash prize and other in-kind prices, they depend on the sponsors we usually have. But basically, these are the very settled price we give to the top five of Hanga Pitch First competition.
Okay, that's very interesting. And who are the attendants? Who are the people pitching up to? Who are they presenting to? What is the audience like? Please enlighten us.
Yes, actually, we the whole picture of who attends the Hunger Pitch Fest. First of all, as I mentioned in the introduction, we look for or matching the startups and the ideas with the investors. So the first thing, or the first people we invite are the angel and the venture capitalists. And we also invite the tech company founders, and we invite the innovators across the country. We invite the students, encouraging them to start working on their product when they are still in schools. I mean the university students and high school students. We have the executive from the private sector. We have also the different organizations and NGOs as well. And we also have the tech enthusiasts and even the government leaders. They attend the final pitching of the Hunger Pitch Fest. Yeah.
Super. That was really elaborative, Antoine. Thank you very much. I'd like to just out of curiosity, I want to know what role do businesses play, or how can businesses be part of this hunger pitch? For example, businesses that are into technology as well, like what role do they have to play?
You mean the business generally in the country, or?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, actually, we are trying to to bring business, of course, out of the Hunger Pitch Fest competition, and
Mhm.
and the basic role of the business into this competition is to we are trying to help them, or even working with them to you know to to deliver a very good product out there. So
Mhm.
their role basically is to to help the startups increase their the I mean their finances and the revenues. And
Mhm.
we hope that with Hunger Pitch First, all the businesses are going to profit out of it, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think alternatively, even other businesses that are already operational, they can also sponsor or provide any other practical experience to these innovators as well. I think
Yeah.
that would be a major key role for the general business ecosystem in Rwanda.
Yes, of course. We are working with many businesses and partners to support this innovation ecosystem in the country. Yeah.
Now, I want to just pause there for you, Antoine, and then we can hear from Norman. Norman was among the top five people who won the Hanga Pitch Fest for last year. Norman, just to reintroduce yourself and also tell us what was your experience. Now that you have to apply, you have to have a prototype. What was your experience going into this?
Yeah, thank you so much, Lydia, for the opportunity. My name is Norman Mujisha, and from Afri Farmers Market. The Afri Farmers Market, maybe if it's your first time to hear about Afri Farmers Market, it's an e-commerce platform that supports small and local farmers in Rwanda to access stable market for their produce. So, like, we are looking at how do we leverage or do we use technology to help farmers who are country and have their fresh produce sell it directed to final consumers. So our model is from farm to fork, and we started in 2020. And so far, we've been able to support more than 5,000 local farmers in Rwanda. And of course, we've been able to achieve that because of the Hanga Pitch opportunity, where we're privileged to be among the top five. And from that, we also they have helped us to connect with some investors, some business coaches that have been helping us to shape our business and like develop a new business model and how do we really help solve the problem of lack of access to market for the farmers, and how do we even expand to other different countries across Africa, because most of the local farmers, they still face the same challenge. um, yeah, I don't know, maybe if some other questions, but maybe like when we started, like I didn't know about Hanga Pitch. It was the first time. By that time, I was actually not in the country, and I saw about the application. And when I returned, I applied the last day, the last minute of the deadline of the application. I encourage, if you want to apply, please don't do that one, because sometimes the internet can be unstable and all that. But because I was outside of the country and had to do the application by myself, it was hard. So I was sending, actually, I remember I was sending, it was like clicking the seconds. I was like, oh my God, please, 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 please. Yeah, so I encourage you not to do that. Don't risk that because you miss the big opportunity. And
Yeah.
yeah, then it was really, really incredible. And of course, from there, like the clients we have so far, more than 60%. We gained more than 60% of the clients after participating in the Hunger Pitch. We've also more than doubled our revenue or sales because of the Hunger Pitch. We've gained like big customers like hotels and restaurants like reach to us and they're asking, hey, we heard from you about Hunger Pitch and we would love to work with you. So it's a nice, great platform. You might not make it maybe the top five, or maybe top 25, but make it an effort, maybe at least make it top 45 because you can still get
Yes.
support. But
Yeah.
aim for the bigger, because like right now they maybe what Antoine did mention, but actually even those in among the top 45, they're also getting some funding. They're also getting some opportunities like trainings from BPN and other different training sessions. And so I encourage everyone, if you even have a friend or if you have somebody, please try and apply. It can be really now trying to figure out maybe, but you already have the prototype, but you don't know. But share with it. Maybe people, the judges may see the bright future, the bright something that is really great out of it, and they can support, can select you, and you get that training. And they, from what's something I learned actually from the boot camp was more go-to-market strategy. So we're like, okay, we are in Rwanda right now, but how do we go to Burundi? How do we go to Tanzania? How do we reach out to customers? Who is our customer? Putting down the profile, you might have the solution right now, but maybe you're still confused. Who is my client? But then they will
Yeah.
give you the guidance to know actually who is your client and how do we reach that client that you have already identified.
Yeah, and I think Norman, what you're also trying to, what I'm trying to get from this conversation is that you may not win the money, but the experience overall, like the training and what you get. I think the exposure it puts you out there, and I can imagine even your network, even if it's like personal network, that also expanded, which expands with the business. Now, I want to know the application process. So you went through it, and what was the hardest part
Yeah, especially
from
because you went like last
the
minute type of stuff.
yeah.
So you were just applying. Like, so the deadline is on Monday. There's some people that are tuning into the show. they may be scared, go, they only have 3 days, or so how did you do it? Yeah, talk to us.
Yeah, I think it's also from readiness. Like you already have the idea, you know, when they ask those questions, maybe tell us about who's your market, who's your competitor, to talk about your idea. You can easily rewrite it. So if it's your really your idea and you've been working on it, and maybe already now you have a prototype, at least you can describe a little bit what you're trying to do. So the maybe for me the hardest part was during the you know the pitching. So I didn't know how they. I went there for the first time. They said they're going from the top 45. They're getting to top 25, and then I was like, I don't know how if I can make it. But it all from confidence, like having that confidence. Like, okay, this is what I'm trying to convince, because that is like the opportunity already in front of you, already opportunity in your hands. So if you make it top 25, or even right now, make sure that 100% you have the opportunity. But how do you express it and how you show? Mainly, what I saw is if there's a problem, that the big problem you're trying to solve and you're bringing a solution, of course they will select you because they see that's a huge, huge problem. Focus on something that can help. If right now we have something, maybe it is only helping 5 people, but how can it help 1 million people? You know, like the challenge you're trying to solve. So the challenge maybe is more of the of preparing the right pitch to pitch, but because I was selected among the top 25, then the judges from the boot camp, they were able to help us sharp our PowerPoint presentation. I can guarantee you, like the first presentation or the first pitch I gave when I was among the top 45, it's not the same pitch I gave when I was in top 25 for to be selected among the top five. And so that was
Yeah.
an incredible job that was done during the boot camp by the people the coaches who trained us and who said like, hey, you have to prepare well like this. And actually from that, they give you the clear picture, clear vision on how you stand. You don't even now be reading every slide, but you already memorized what you want to say. The next slide, even if internet the electricity goes off and there's no more power, you can still fish. You can. I think actually that happened to me during my
Yeah.
presentation, and something I don't know how, like the PowerPoint went off, but had to continue because I had practiced, and that was support from the coaches they bring during the boot camp.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great. I can imagine the fear you would have. I mean, I would have if the power all of a sudden went off. You're like, hey, what is happening?
Yeah.
But that's really interesting. Norman, what would be your message to someone out there who is not confident enough, who is still in doubt if they can even start the application or even try the idea? Because sometimes someone has even the idea, but they self doubt themselves. Like, is it a good idea to put out there? What would be your message?
The message is thank you. That's a great question. And the message is easy. If you have the vision, then there is provision. But some of us we always wait for the provision before the vision. I can't provide you that. They're going even asking you during those questions. I remember during the final pitch, they were asking me, "What's your idea? What's your vision in the next? Where do you see a free farmers market in the next
Yeah.
7 years? What are they looking for? Is the vision, and the vision you already have it. So if you have that vision, then they can provide that funding. They can select you to be among the top five, or even win the big prize. So for that one is just to be you already have something, or maybe fearing. Imagine like a free farmers market. If I could compare, for me when I reached in the top 25, when everyone was presenting like during the first beginning of the boot camp, then I was asking myself, why am I even here? Like, no, like I shouldn't be. Actually, I should have been like in the 400 something like that. But to be
Yeah.
there, I think they saw like there was a value. So don't, if you already started something, if you can't try, you never know. So if you have that idea and you're fearing, just try it out. We tried it as a free farmers market. Actually, when I saw this is real. When I saw it by that time I was in Israel. Then when I saw the application, I was like, no, no, no. This is more technical, right? IT and all that. Like I don't think a free farmers fits. But then that was like, maybe let me try. So imagine if I had not tried, if I was trying to convince my head and like, should I try or should I not? If I had not tried, I wouldn't be speaking to you right now. We wouldn't have doubled our sales. We wouldn't have doubled the number of customers we have. We wouldn't have doubled the impact we have. We wouldn't have come up with the new innovations we have. We wouldn't have gained the coaching and the training session to sharpen everyone on the team to be looking for the where I want to reach in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years. So if I had not tried, I wouldn't be speaking to you right now at the moment. So please try. If you don't try, you never know. If you don't make step, you don't know what is in front of you.
That's very true. So try, give it a try. Shut down any voices that are trying to put you down there. So we are, as we're moving along this conversation, Antoine, would you have anything to say in terms of the champions for last from last year? Any lessons that you observed particularly as part of the organizing team?
Yeah, for instance, as I have said, the objective of this competition of the Hanga Beach Fest, yeah, we are creating and bringing out, innovations out of the very early stage companies, and seeing them growing, it's really something we are enjoying, if I may say that. For instance, as Norman has said, he mentioned what he has gotten from the Hanga Pitch Fest, including increasing his sale, acquiring customers. But the most common thing we are seeing among the companies that were able to emerge in top 25 or 5 of the Hunger Pitch Fest is the attraction of clients and even networking across the globe. We are also seeing them growing by expanding their team. For instance, Norman and other colleagues and other of the top 5 of Hanga Pitch Fest, they were able to recruit new resources, new people in their company to helping them achieving their goals. And we have also a company that were able to raise the revenue increased by 150%, and we also provided a lot of other expertise that helped the companies to go for their researchers and keep going forward. So this is again what we can mention here before we even leave is to encourage these companies as the stories out there are even more impressive and promising to them. So we believe that a company that is able to make it in top 45 of Hanga Pitch Fest, they're going to grow exponentially. They're going to grow financially and even in the team wise. Yeah.
Thank you. That's very insightful. For everyone, so we've shared the link for application, the application link in the comment section. If you can see that, it's also rolling on the screen, so you can apply anytime from now before the deadline, which is the 17th. And yeah, so as we are wrapping up, and I'm going to hear from Norbert, do you have a comment, a question that was left hanging that we can
Yeah,
address for this hunger? Yeah.
I think maybe to our audience, can anybody apply? Age, gender? Is there any limitations?
Yeah. All right. As I said, the age is not a problem to apply in Hanga Pitch Fest. I mean, the age of the founder or the owner of the business. And we really encourage female founders to apply for the Hunger Pitch Fest, and mostly these people outside of Kigali, because we really need to bring innovation uh, out from the districts where these people are supporting the farmers, the local farmers there, where this innovation can be able to support education in there. So we are encouraging the female founders outside of Kigali, and regardless of age and nationality. Yeah.
Great. Fantastic. Females, so as you can hear, you're very much encouraged. um, And I just wanted to comment on something that you said, Antoine, of how these businesses, when they are supported, they expand and increase more resources. And I think even as a skills office, those 45 who go in, they get the training. That's upskilling. That really speaks to our mandate. But also people get employment, and that's how we fast track economic development. So you may be sitting on a dream right there, which could be part of someone's dream. So I urge every Rwandan entrepreneur, please come out, show your ideas, pitch them, and then you can have a big role towards the economic development of this country. So if
In
there's,
fact,
yeah.
actually, Lydia, let me just jump in there, and it's very good that you said that. You know, a lot of us, even myself, we have this phobia of we're too shy to present our idea. We think it's too bad. It's not on that level. But this is what Hunger Pitch actually does. It allows you, whether you win in this round, you can apply for the next round. So and when you apply, it actually helps you now develop your thinking, you actually grow. Whether you win or you don't, please just embody that self in you to just always try and try, because you won't go down, you always get better. Um, this is a question to you, Antoine. Can people reapply? Let's say if I applied right now and I don't get into the top 45 or the top five, can I reapply next year again?
Yeah, maybe Norbert. Before I respond to the question, I just want to add something on what you said right now. We in here in the Ministry of ICT, we believe that there is no stupid idea in the innovation ecosystem. So we value every idea that the startups may be having. So back to the question. As even Norman knows, and he has already mentioned, last year we selected the top 45, but the prizes were dedicated to top five, and we got a chance again to sponsor all other 40 companies that were emerging in top 45 ideas. So based on that, this year we are not selecting the any company that has selected that have been selected in top 45 of last year. So, or any company that has applied but did not get any financial support, any skills development support, is allowed to apply now. Yeah.
Thank you very
And
much.
because we want to support a very big number of companies here in the country, so we believe that with the support we provided with the first session, first cohort with Norman and other 44, excluding Norman, of course, yeah, they got enough, at least if it's not enough, at least the basic financial support and skill support, and we are now going to help other companies out there. Yeah.
Great. I think it's about time we started wrapping up our conversations, and I would like to get to hear from each of us our last words. Norman, I'll start with you. What would be your wrap up main points that our audience can take from this conversation?
Yeah, thank you so much. I do believe this. Thank you so first of all for setting up this to. So some people might be there and they don't know how actually the process, or should they or should they not. They should not apply. I think this one is something that is bringing light and bringing more explanation and encouraging them also to take part and do participate. I think this is a great opportunity that our government has put in place to support young entrepreneurs or any entrepreneur and somebody with innovation, like to come and solve those challenges that our communities and even our continent or even the world that is really, really facing. So speak up and stand up and try the opportunity. Like you said, if you don't have an idea and you don't want to really try, you never know. You will die with that idea. So then don't let that idea die with you. Maybe during you might not get the support, but you can get an investor. Next time, maybe next year, in the next 5 years, you get more than 10, or your company will be valued more than 1 billion USD. But if the beginning step is right now. So take that step. If you don't make it, you can make it. You see those who didn't make it in the first 45, they're going to make it. You never know, it'll be the first win or something. So please, I really, really encourage everyone to really use this opportunity. Opportunity knocks once, and if you don't miss it, don't wait. Maybe get ready for the next year. You're ready right now. You already have the prototype. You're ready. So make it a point and try. We're here to
I,
support and encourage you. Thank you so
I
much.
can see why you got third prize because you're you're very good with words.
You deserve it.
No,
You have the
absolutely. I'm
passion
just
and
saying,
the
like,
drive to
don't
go
be
for
shy,
it.
don't be scared, please, guys.
Yeah.
Pitch today. If you don't get it, there's always another chance, and
Yeah.
there's always these opportunities. But believe in yourself, Lydia. You
Yeah,
were
and
saying?
so yeah, I was saying that as we move on to get Antoine's final words, maybe we can even start with this question. Antoine, someone called Thank God is asking, can people outside Rwanda apply?
Yeah, basically, we not accept the applications out of Rwanda. Uh, but if he lives out of Rwanda and having the operating business here in Rwanda, he can apply. Yeah.
Great. Oh, now I have a follow-up question. If the
Mhm.
idea they have or the prototype they want to implement it in Rwanda, but they don't live in Rwanda, can they still apply?
Actually, one of the criteria we have is the company have to be registered in RDB here for less than 5 years. So that exclude people who are doing business, out of the country.
Out of
Yeah.
Rwanda.
But
Okay,
if they
great.
want to come here, it's very easy to register their company and bring their ideas here, so they can register and then yeah. Or even if they don't have much time, they can even consider as that next year they can come during maybe January or anytime, register the company, starting operating here, apply for Hanga for next year. Yeah.
Super. And he has a follow-up question. Apart from companies, can individuals apply?
Yes, individuals are eligible to apply, but of course, he is an individual with a registered company. Yeah.
I
Okay.
think maybe
Yeah.
let me also add on to that because in what capacity as an individual? Because are you applying just to get funding for your personal self, or what do you want to apply there?
I guess he wanted to stay in one individual who has a company. I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah.
Yeah, and you answered
Let's
it
set
very
it right.
well as long as you're registered. Yes.
Yeah. He has to be
Great.
registered.
And Joanne, now you can give us your final words as we encourage our Rwandan people, because I would like to say, even you can be 50 and come up with a great innovation and still go through with it.
Yes. Yes,
Yes.
yes,
So,
thank you, Lydia. Of course, our ultimate aim here when we create this initiative, such as Hanga, is basically to position the country or Rwanda as an ICT hub in Africa. So we really want to celebrate the innovations from Rwanda's youth, or even people who are operating here in Rwanda, and we believe that they have this kind of potential, to position the country into a very good stage, and we are looking for the solutions, that can help the healthcare systems, bringing a very good quality of education, and even as Norman, contributing to the food system sustainability, things like that, and even including and financially including most of the people so here in the country. So we really encourage again these startups, as we always say that we want this country to be a proof of concept hub, where we have a very small idea, we help it, we incubate, we accelerate this idea until it is scaled across Africa. This is the basic aim of the Hunger Pitch Fest, and we are putting much efforts, of course, to focus on what are these ideas, what they do, what they want to bring to the development of this country, and even creating jobs, expanding their business across Africa and everywhere. So yeah, that is basically my final recommendation, and even encouraging the startups out there to apply for Hanga Pitch Fest to see if they can benefit from what this country is bringing to them. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Antoine. And as you conclude your points here, Mujisha here has a question. I have registered my company in 2017, but just kicking up the operations last year. Am I allowed to apply?
It's already 5 years, I guess, right?
Yeah.
For 2017, we believe that he can still apply because if it's not more than 6 years, I guess. Maybe next year he will not be able to apply, but this year he will be, yeah, able to apply.
So, Mujisha, you have the go ahead to go ahead and
Yes.
apply. So, Norbert, what are your final recordings for this conversation?
I'm very happy today because we get an opportunity to give our people a chance to actually benefit from opportunities like this. And I actually want to Antoine, this is a very great initiative. We're in our second year now, and I think this is something that we need to carry on, keep going. I think people now are starting to even get to know about it, and it always gets better. Cash prizes are there, non-cash prizes are there. So please apply. And if you don't even get the chance to go through this round, just keep thinking about how you're gonna improve. And then
Yeah.
next year, and then the following year, and the following year, you can always improve your product. And for me, basically, to our audience, don't let it discredit you because you think your product is not too good or your idea is not too good, but just keep that push. And even if you don't get through there, there's a lot of audience. There's angel investors. There is friends and families that are ready to invest in your product. Just keep improving it. And thank you very much, Antoine. I think this is a great initiative that you guys have brought to the market. And I think this is how the economy is actually going to develop.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Thanks, Norman. Thanks, Antoine, for honoring this invitation and being with us and sharing your experience, and also just giving the information to our young people to be able to take advantage of this opportunity. Now, if you've been part of this conversation and you know a friend who, please share this with them. And just to remind you, all these sessions are usually recorded, so you can find them on our Skills Rwanda platforms. And lastly, Sam still has a few questions. Apart from Hanga Pitch, what else do you plan for youth specifically? So at the Skills Office, we have different initiatives. So you have to keep watching the social media pages of Skills Rwanda. We usually publish this. We have the internship program. We have the soft skills boot camps that always happen. And if you're in need of anything particular, you always feel free to reach us at skillsrwanda@rdb.ru. We're always available, or even on any social media platform. So it's been lovely. And before I go, I want to just ask Antoine, would you repeat the prices, the cash prizes, because I think those would boost the morale of people. And if you can say that, maybe, because I know it's priced in USD, but maybe in Rwandan francs, how does that look like?
Yeah, thank you. As I said, the first winner will get 50 million Rwandan francs. 50 million, 50, not
Yeah.
15, 50 million Rwandan francs. And then the second winner will get 20 million Rwandan francs. It's a good money, right?
Very, very good.
Yeah.
I'm having all the ideas I could do with all that money.
Yes. And
You want to pitch, Lydia?
and
You never know.
mm, yeah,
Yeah.
and the third place will get 15 million Rwandan
Yes.
francs, and then the fourth one and the fifth one they will get 12 million and 500 thousand Rwandan francs.
Fantastic. So
Yeah.
it's been lovely.
Lydia, I think we should pitch though. I think we could do a good
Absolutely.
job pitching.
You have a good idea, you come. No problem.
Come up with a good tech idea. It's not just any idea, a good
Any
tech
idea
idea.
incorporating technology. Of
Solving
course.
a solution.
Yeah.
That's it. I think Lydia, I think we have it.
Absolutely. Why not? So it's been wonderful. Thank you very much, everyone, to our audience. If you missed the live recording, you can always find it on our different platforms where you're following us, and you can catch up. Please reach out, and I encourage you to apply. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Goodbye.